So I just called the office. And they're still standing. She's still standing on her little of what she evicted me for. She's still standing on that. I talked to her directly, and she's talking about HUD did reach out to her. That's the freaking thing. So they did reach out to her, and they said she said if I did contact them, they're still going to say yeah, they agree with her about the eviction. So it is what it is. I'm not fighting. I'm not fighting. It is what it is. I don't care. It's not worth it. It's really not worth it. The only thing I'm thinking about is I like my apartment and this and that. So, but them overall, it's not worth it. My apartment was worth it because it's I made it what it was. You make it with what it is. It's not that way without you. So it's like the fact that I want to be at my apartment so bad is because that's the energy I gave to that apartment. I made that apartment what it was, and I just want to go back and dwell in my place of you know of my energy. I want to go back to my space of energy. And that's because, like I said, I made that apartment what it was, and that's why I want to go back so bad. Um, Even if I did uphill everything, 9 times out of 10, I would have to, that energy won't be the same. It'd be like a whole new environment to me. But yeah, I just want to go back to my energy. But you got to keep in mind that it's not the apartment, it's not the things. Don't objectify yourself. It's you that makes these places what they are. So yeah, honestly, that's why this. I guess this honestly was my biggest attachment. I didn't even know this was my biggest attachment, and this is why I'm being pressured to detach away from the situation because it was my biggest attachment. So yeah, I talked to her and I'm just like, you can tell over the phone she ain't in the mindset of fighting. She just want me gone, and I'm just like, all right, deuces. That's what it is. I'm not about to fight something. I'm not about to fight. It is what it is. Even though, like I said, I paid my rent. She said if I move out my stuff and I'm turning in my keys within the 30 days of my eviction, if I was to do it this weekend, then I'm refunded all my rent money. So I'm gonna do that. Because since we planning on getting all my stuff, oh, oh, I'm gonna get my refund of my 30 days because at first she was just like, oh, we don't do that. You can't do it. You can't get your money back. But then all of a sudden, if I come within the 30 days, if I leave within the 30 days, before the 30 days is up, I can get my money back. The way the world is, I'm telling y'all, don't fight about nothing. Because the fact that they don't make sense and they're making up the rules as they're going, do not fight anything. Just let them have it. It is what it is because let them have it. It's not worth the fight. They're making it up as they go, and I can tell by everything that they just keep throwing in. They're making it up. And this may be a point of them, yeah, this may be a new era to where everybody is oh reclaiming and um finalizing everything, adding new you can't what is the saying? You can't put new old wineskins in new wine. You can't put old wine in new wineskins. See me as that old wine. I'm the old wine in the situation. And they're trying to make new wineskins, and I can't be in the midst of that situation. So this is, you know, what it is. So yeah, with that being said, as long as I get my stuff out this weekend, I'll have to turn in. I can go ahead and get my stuff out this weekend. I can turn in my keys on Monday. Yeah, I'm gonna turn in my keys on Monday. Um, so yeah. And I'm on a wait list of shelters. So I have to keep calling them. I have to keep calling them and seeing where I'm at on the listing. Because obviously, everything has changed. Before, I didn't have to get on a listing to get in a shelter. So now I have to wait for my name to come up on a listing to get in the shelter. Me and my sister was just discussing that. She was like, I was telling her, I'm like, I don't remember having to get on a listing to get into the shelter. And she was like, yeah, I remember. And I'm like, yeah, that's how you know times is changing, things is changing. Um, it's taking me back to when I was sitting there with that one older lady who was looking at the clock on above the school administration building, and she was like, stuff. She was like, times is really changing. A lot has changed. On my end, I'm enjoying the change until I'm thrown into the waters of change. I was enjoying the view, but now I'm in the midst of it, and now I can kind of see what she was talking about. Stuff has changed. And you don't know how much it changed until you're in the midst of that change. I'm just like, wow, you know, I'm seeing it all happen, and I'm not actually seeing it now. Now I'm experiencing, what it's like to try to adapt to change. Not only is the weather changing, but everything that used to be a certain way in regards to the government and stuff like that. They're changing while you're, you still live in the same way, but in the midst of us being constant, we're consistent and this and that, but they throwing in new laws, new rules, new this, new that. A lot of people are losing their housing that's been there for a while because of these new, new requirements. You're required to do this, or new eviction terms, new terms of eviction, and that you're required to follow, but you've been there for a while. Just like they said, they talked about that, the cleaning, my trash and stuff. They said, yeah, now you can't have your trash out there, at all. I go out there, I'm leaving, and it's this girl next door, her bag of trash is sitting there, just sitting there. Like, you talking about me, I got in trouble for it, but this girl's trash is sitting there, and this is one of the girls that's always leaving the trash out there. But it is what it is, because, sometimes you are put in a position of warning. This can happen to you, and sometimes you got to be that example. And sometimes it's not always a good example. Sometimes you got to be that example of showing, or look what happened to this person that is, in this situation. You are the example of what can happen to that person if they don't get their stuff together. It's not fair, because I've been there longer than that person. So it's just like, wow. But life is not fair, and it's just like, the Monopoly game. That's all it is. That's what the system is, the monarchy system, the Democrats, the laws, the government, everything. That's what it is. It's like this Monopoly game, and they make up the rules to the game. They can throw in a card at any time, and we just the people playing. We're the pieces, So it's just like, that's just what it is. The game of life, the game of Monopoly. I need to get my board games. I'm talking about board games too. That's all it is, So yeah. It's cold out. It looked like it's cold out there. It was snowing, obviously. I see snow on the ground. See snow some cars. Uh, this is crazy. That's why it's just so crazy. It's like a big old tornado. My son handed me his tornado pills. It's like a big old tornado around me, going around me, and I have to figure out how to get through this tornado. It's like I have to figure out how to get through the tornado. Once I get through the tornado, then the grounds become more manageable. You know. So yeah, I'm about to get out of here. I don't know what I'm about to do. Honestly, it's just like, I have no idea. I could go to the store. We can walk to this Dollar General and get some snacks, because he has a sweet tooth. So we can go get some snacks. Um, I don't know. And I just got a headache. But yeah, that's what we about to do if we can get out this house. Um, I don't know. I think it's cold outside. Just because I see the freaking snow on the ground, but just because it's snow on the ground don't mean it's cold. I'm lying. It probably is cold though. But I really want to get into a shelter, honestly. That's what I want to do. I want to go to a shelter. Oh yeah, it's freezing out there. I want to go into the shelter, just because of this situation. You know, so many different reasons why I want to go into the shelter. I'd rather be in a shelter. So I'm about to go ahead and call this homeless helpline and see where I'm at on the listing, because yeah, that's just what it's gonna be. That's how it's gonna be. So I just know what's best for me. That's all. I know what's best for me, you know, and I like to be in a place where, you know, I can make my own decisions. And there's no pressure on any situation. I don't have to worry about this, that, and the third. You know, I can sit there and I can like be in a place where I know I have responsibility to take care of, and I'm not being, you know, put in a position where I got to do this and I got to do that when I really don't have to. You know, it's all about decisions and choices. You know, I want to make up my own mind, and I want to just feel like I'm on my own time. And at the same time, being in the shelter, you got a whole bunch of people that's on the same page with you. They're trying to get you out of the shelter, you know, just as much as you want to get out of the shelter. But at the same time, they're there, like they have group meetings, you know, council sessions. They can provide a lot for you in your situation. So it's just like I'd rather be in a shelter than to be where I'm at, because at least I'm on the same page with a lot of people. Um, you know, we all on the same page when we all in the same situation. We all on the same page. When we're not all in the situation, we're on a different page. And I'm expected to do more than I should. And I'm not trying to be in that situation no more. And I'm not trying to, you know, do more than what I can. I'm not trying to have to feel. I don't want to feel as though I have to fend for myself all the time. You know, I'm not trying to feel like I have to fight. You know, mentally when I'm already fighting. And I'm not trying to be here. That's all it is. So yeah, I'm about to find me. I'm about to get on this listing and see, you know, how I can get out of here as soon as I can. That's the thing about being in. You know, that's why you got to treat people a certain way. You have to, because it all comes back on you. You have to treat people a certain way. Be respectful of them. And like I said, treat people the way you would want to be treated, you know, because you don't know what will happen later down the line. You don't know what's going to happen later down the line. You may treat this person this way and be like, oh yeah, I ain't got to deal with you for, you know, the rest of my life. You're out of my life now. I don't have to deal with you anymore. Then later on, you find out that you're married to this person's, you know, family member, and now this person turned up back into your life. You know, that's how life works. Treat people how you would want to be treated. You know, treat people as though they mean something more than just a moment. Because if you don't, then it's gonna be hard to even, you know, life's gonna be hard for both of y'all, honestly. Because what goes around comes around, and that's just what it is. So yeah, I'm trying to think if I should leave my son here because it's cold out there, it's freezing out there. My stepdad is in the basement. My brother is in the basement. Just because they down there don't mean they watching him. I'm just trying to make it past this moment. I am. This is how God works. You say how much you hate people, you hate being around people, and you feel a certain way about how they treated you and this and that, and then God places you right in that situation. Picks you up and puts you right where you said you hate being. But that's how it works. As many times as you know, the devil has his job, and his job is to provoke and frustrate and try to get in the way and stand in the way and tempt God's most loyal and righteous people. That's what the devil is meant to do. And God says, go right ahead, because God knows you, and God has a lot, God's confidence and courage towards the situation. God believes in you more than you believe in yourself. So that's when God be like, go right ahead. You know, do what you got to do. But don't put your hands on my righteous person. Don't put your hands on them. That's all I'm going to say. Don't put your hands on them. That's all you can do whatever you got to do. But don't put your hands on my disciple or my children, my righteous children of God. You can stir up the whole world on the outside, externally. But internally, that's where we're going to have a problem. You know? And this is where the devil gets mad, because the devil knows that he can't get to you the way he needs to. You know, the devil becomes discouraged and angry, just like in this situation. You know, the devil is angry that they can't really mess you up the way they want to mess you up. So, therefore, they do what is in their control to control the situation. If I can't bring you down mentally, if I can't bring you down eternally, then I'm going to bring you down externally and put you in a situation and make you feel as though, you know, you're at a loss, or to feel, you know, the way I want you to feel. So I'm going to put you in a situation, or put you in this position so that you can feel the way I want you to feel. Because obviously I can get to you the way I want to get to you. So now this is the best way that I can get to you. So yeah. That being said, I'm about to try to figure out what I'm about to do next. And yeah, I'll see y'all next time. So, y'all know how long I've been wanting a BLT. Finally got my BLT. Because bacon, lettuce, tomato. I wanted to throw on some onions, though. I think I am. I need to cut up these onions and throw these onions in there. But every time I went to the grocery store, I forgot it. But I'm going to try this. This is Greek cream brulee, light fit. Like, I'm like, what kind of yogurt is this? And they got this on the side. Like, they're like spaghetti type stuff. But it's 80 calories, 12 grams of protein, 0 grams of fat.
Hi.
What? I guess it's a yogurt. Huh?
Ice cream.
What did I say? Didn't I say you gotta eat your breakfast first? Let's check this bacon. Here, did you eat that bacon? Another piece. Go eat. Oh. Okay, I need a spoon to taste it. I'm not looking forward to tasting it, so I want to eat my food first, and then I'm going to taste it. I can taste it with a fork. BLT. Every time I went to a grocery store, I forgot
the tomatoes and the lettuce. But this is what I was really after. Like, I wanted to make me a BLT. That'd be my morning breakfast. I don't need no eggs. I don't need no sausages. I don't need none of that. Give me a BLT and I'm good. I'm good. Mm, 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 mm. Oh, there's bacon almost done. Mm, 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 mm. One. Mhm. Mm. Hold up. Yeah. You want the rest of your bacon? Huh? Here. You didn't even eat some pieces. Eat that bacon. I'm taking this piece. No. Well, it's hot. You better eat the one that's been out sitting. Okay, so I'm going to get me a spoon, and then we're about to taste this yogurt. Because, I didn't find no spoon. I'm just getting another fork. Okay. Just in here. Excuse me. Put this in the refrigerator. Oh, there go his pancakes. I ain't even cut up the onion. I was supposed to cut up that onion and put it on my sandwich. You want me to warm up your pancake?
No.
Okay. So. You want to taste some of this yogurt? You want to taste some of this?
No.
No? Crack that door a little bit. Okay. So, let's taste this yogurt.
What's that?
So I'm gonna pour some of my stomach acid pills into this pot, just to, because I know with this sandwich and then this yogurt, I don't know if it fit right together. So yeah, we're gonna hold on. Okay. So I put some of my my pills into here. But I'm going to go ahead and eat my sandwich first. And then we're going to eat the yogurt.
Anybody my sandwich?
What's that? What's that?
Anybody?
What's that?
It's a rag thinking.
Hey. What's that?
So wash the dishes with. You gotta wipe it right here. Wipe that up. Thank you.
Spill. I made it spill.
I did find corporate's number. So I did call them. I left them a message. And I told them, you know, I want to know what they doing, where they at on the page, because I spoke to the manager. I spoke to Susan, the landlord of the housing. So it's like my brain will not go back to just figuring that out. But I wind up I told them that I talked to Susan, and she said that they all on the same page with, you know, my 30-day eviction. And I'm just like, y'all know what? Just call me back. Let me know. Because y'all didn't call me. Y'all went straight to her, but y'all said y'all was going to call me because I'm the one that sent y'all. I'm the one that reached out to y'all. So how y'all going to finish everything with her and leave me hanging? And she said, we got to communicate through them. So we can communicate, you know, as if it's as if it's a like restraining order, like some type of thing. So they said we got to use them as she said we got to use them as communication purposes. I'm like, I don't know why you feeling some type of way. You don't want evicted me for getting into it with one of your office workers, and you taking it personal, like, you know, what's going on with you and your office worker? Like that's how I'm feeling towards the situation. What's going on between y'all? Like, you feel like making it seem as though I got into an argument with you. I raised my voice at you. You acting like her in the issue. So please let me know what's really going on. I don't know why she's feeling some type of way. I didn't do nothing to that woman. But obviously, you feel some type of way. Period. She acting like she was there when it happened. She acting like I was talking to her directly. That's how she acting like. Like, let me work under your wing, and so I can be, you know, so you can take up for me the way you taking up for this girl. Let me work. Let me be an office worker. So, dealing with them is like, there's someone coming at them. It was like coming at the manager. Let me work up under your wing, because obviously I can do no wrong. That's how she treat them. But again, what's funny to me is that she treat them this way, but they coming out your pockets. They pinching off your pockets. Like, has it really gotten that personal to where I'm paying the people I'm taking up for while I'm losing money because my tenants is paying me? So if I take up for my office workers and not my tenants, I don't care about the money. I don't care about, you know, my tenants paying me, because I'm taking up for the very ones that's taking money from me. But I'm putting out my tenants over the ones that's taking money from me. And the tenants is my money. So that's why I'm like, don't even, when stuff like this go on, let them make their own bed. Oh yeah. Hurry up. BLT, it's so good. That's the lettuce, the juicy tomato, the bacon, the bread, the starch, the veggies, the meat, all in one. All that's missing is the egg. All that's missing is the egg, honestly. So no. Well, not really. Because the bacon can take the place of the egg. Okay. So, I'm going to drink some of my pop and we're going to taste this yogurt. I'm scared to taste this yogurt. This pop hit the spot. Okay, so here we go. Excuse me. Let me check the expiration date. I think they're throwing up. Vontae, you okay? Let me find the expiration date. Okay, so I found the expiration date, and guess what? March 5th, 2025. So it's old. I really want to taste it, though. The fact that they got milk. And milk gets old. It smells good, though. But, yeah. I'm going to go by the expiration date. What? Okay, come eat your bacon.
Burger.
So, yeah, with that being said, stop. Did you throw up?
No.
You didn't throw up?
No.
What was you in there doing?
You're right.
You using the bathroom?
No.
So, yeah, with that being said, we about to get out of here. I'm about to get out of here. And I guess I'm about to watch a movie or something. I guess clean up my mess. And yeah, I'll see y'all next time. I really wanted to taste this, but too bad it's old. So yeah. Bye. Like, comment, subscribe, be notified, share at your free will to share.